Ryan Thomas, the well-known actor from his days on a popular soap opera, has shared a surprising and deeply personal story about the early stages of his relationship with his now fiancée, Lucy Mecklenburgh. The couple, who have built a life together complete with engagement and children, almost never progressed beyond their initial meeting because Ryan had secretly planned to call things off on their very first official date. The pair first crossed paths while participating in a grueling reality television program that involved surviving on a remote island under challenging conditions. This intense experience lasted for about a month, during which they spent considerable time together, isolated from the outside world. The shared hardships and close quarters naturally fostered a connection, sparking what seemed like the beginnings of romance. However, once they returned to everyday life, Ryan found himself grappling with unexpected doubts. In a light-hearted yet revealing conversation on a family podcast hosted alongside his brothers, Ryan opened up about his mindset at the time. He admitted that he had arranged to meet Lucy specifically with the intention of telling her that he wasn't interested in pursuing anything further. This decision stemmed from what he described as a personal quirk, a tendency to pull away when someone showed genuine interest in him. Ryan confessed that he found it somewhat off-putting or unattractive when affection was reciprocated too readily, leading him to self-sabotage potential relationships. It was a pattern of behavior where, upon realizing that the other person truly liked him, he would convince himself that it wasn't right for him. This revelation came amid banter and laughter from his siblings, who were eager to hear the full story. Lucy herself participated in the discussion, adding her own perspective and confirming the details with a mix of amusement and mock horror. She recalled how, after their time on the island, Ryan had suggested they meet up when she was in Manchester for work. Unbeknownst to her, his plan was to gently let her down. The turning point, however, occurred the moment they actually met. Ryan described arriving and seeing Lucy, who appeared absolutely stunning and effortlessly composed. Her presence immediately shifted his entire outlook. What was meant to be a breakup conversation transformed into a decisive commitment. He was captivated by how cool and confident she seemed, and in that instant, all his reservations evaporated. A particularly memorable detail from that date involved a spontaneous and passionate kiss that sealed his change of heart. This moment took place in his brother Adam's car, adding a layer of familial involvement to the anecdote. Ryan noted Lucy's relaxed posture, with her feet casually on the dashboard, a small quirk that only endeared her more to him. His brothers couldn't resist teasing him about his known appreciation for such details, turning the story into a source of hearty family laughter. From that kiss onward, Ryan was all in. He asked Lucy to make things official right then and there, despite his old-school views on relationships that typically shunned rushed labels. The couple reflected on how their extended time on the island, essentially a month-long forced proximity, had already built a strong foundation, making the transition to an exclusive relationship feel natural once the initial hurdle was overcome. This story highlights the unpredictable nature of love and how initial intentions can be completely overturned by real-life chemistry. Ryan's honesty about his self-sabotaging tendencies resonates with many who have experienced similar internal conflicts in dating. It underscores how fear of vulnerability or commitment can lead to misguided decisions, only for genuine connection to prevail. Expanding on their journey, the couple has since navigated numerous ups and downs, emerging stronger each time. Their engagement came a couple of years after that fateful date, marking a commitment that has stood the test of time. They share children and a blended family life filled with the joys and challenges of parenthood. In the same podcast series, Ryan has shared other relatable couple experiences, including a highly anticipated date night that went awry despite meticulous planning. He described building up excitement for the evening, reserving a luxurious hotel room and a table at a prestigious restaurant with panoramic views of the city. Everything seemed set for a perfect romantic escape. However, as the night progressed, tensions began to simmer beneath the surface. Conversations that started innocently evolved into debates, creating an off-kilter energy that neither could ignore. Ryan sensed something bubbling up, but the situation escalated unexpectedly when Lucy abruptly put on her coat and left the table. Assuming she had stepped away briefly, he waited patiently at first. Minutes turned into half an hour, with no sign of her return. Concerned, Ryan sent a lighthearted text joking about a prolonged toilet break, followed by phone calls that went straight to voicemail. It dawned on him that she might have left entirely, leaving him sitting alone in the restaurant, pondering what had gone wrong. This incident became another humorous tale in their repertoire, illustrating how even the best-laid plans can derail due to mismatched expectations or unresolved undercurrents. Ryan's brother offered sage advice during the retelling. Whenever you anticipate a date night going perfectly according to your mental script, it rarely does. Over-planning and high expectations can inadvertently set the stage for disappointment. These shared stories paint a vivid picture of a real, imperfect relationship. One where miscommunications, personal insecurities, and dramatic moments are part of the fabric. Yet, the ability to laugh about them years later speaks to the resilience and depth of their bond. Ryan's initial plan to end things reflects a common dating phenomenon, the push-pull dynamic driven by past experiences or fear of intimacy. His admission that reciprocated interest felt unattractive reveals a vulnerability that many can relate to, perhaps rooted in self-doubt or a desire to maintain control. Lucy's role in the story adds balance. Her poise and allure on that date were the catalyst for change. Without that in-person spark, the relationship might have fizzled out entirely. The car kiss stands out as a pivotal, almost cinematic moment, spontaneous, intimate, and decisive. It marked the shift from hesitation to wholehearted pursuit. Family involvement through the podcast brings warmth and authenticity. The brothers' teasing and encouragement create a supportive atmosphere for such candid disclosures. Broader lessons emerge. Relationships often defy logic or premeditated plans. What starts as doubt can evolve into lasting commitment through unexpected turns. Ryan and Lucy's path from near-miss to engagement exemplifies how perseverance and openness lead to growth.